In this lesson, we're going to learn how to add polynomials. This is important for a lot of reasons. A lot of application problems, like finding perimeters, solving word problems, involve needing to be able to add polynomials. Additionally, when we learn how to multiply polynomials, we're going to be simplifying them, and being able to add polynomials is an important part of being able to multiply polynomials. So let's take a look at this example. In order to add polynomials, all you have to do is be able to combine like terms. So that's our goal. There are two different ways, or two different methods or forms of adding polynomials. There's the horizontal form, where it goes across, like the example in front of you, and there's a vertical one, which we'll do an example of next. So, combining like terms, that means they have to have the same exact variable. It has to look exactly alike in order to combine like terms. So, for instance, x and 4x, those are like terms. But 4x and x squared, are those like terms? No, because even though they use the same letter x, this squared here makes it significantly different. These are not like terms, and we cannot combine them. So looking at this example, I can see that my like terms are x, 4x, and 5x. I like to rewrite it, putting them all together, so I know I'm going to be adding these terms together. And then I have my numbers. I have positive 5, negative 7, negative 8. Since I'm adding, I just worry about the signs. I don't need to change anything because plus negative 7 is a negative 7. So 5 minus 7 minus 8. Putting this all together, we have x plus 4x plus 5x. Since there's no number in front of the x, the number 1 is implied, and 1 plus 4 is 5, and 5 plus 5 is 10. So we're going to have 10x, and then I'm going to have 5 minus 7, which is negative 2. Negative 2 minus 8 is negative 10. So plus negative 10, but we don't write plus and negative. We just write minus 10. Remember, you get to use your calculator for these. So I highly encourage you use your calculator to do 5 minus 7 minus 8 just to make sure that you did the math correctly. Looking at another example, we're going to do this one in vertical form. I personally like vertical form because you line up the terms, the like terms together, and then all you have to do is add the coefficients. So here I have all of my x cubes together, all of my x squareds together, and all of my x's. Because we're adding and not multiplying, we're going to keep our variables the same, and then add the coefficients. Coefficient is the number in front of the variable. So 8 plus 2 is 10. So I have 8x cubed plus 2x cubed is 10x cubed. Negative 40 plus 10 is negative 30, and that's negative 30x squared. And then 50 plus negative 30, or 50 minus 30, is positive 20. So when I add these two polynomials together, my final answer is 10x cubed minus 30x squared plus 20x. Looking at another example, this is written in horizontal form, but I don't want you to feel limited to being able or having to add two polynomials together in horizontal form if they're written in horizontal form. We can rewrite these polynomials in vertical form if you like that better. So I'll write my first one, 3x squared minus 4x plus 8. Now my second one is 2x minus 7x squared minus 5. But remember, I want to line up like terms. So I want that x squared to go first. However, don't forget that there's this negative here. So it's negative 7x squared, not just 7x squared. So I'm going to put that first and have negative 7x squared. Next, I want my x, so I'm going to have plus 2x. And finally, I'm going to have my negative 5. When we add these two together, we have 3 minus 7, which is negative 4. Our variable stays the same, so x squared. Negative 4x plus 2x, that's negative 4 plus 2, which is minus 2x. And then 8 minus 5, which is plus 3. And there's my final answer. When I add these two polynomials together, the simplified answer is negative 4x squared minus 2x plus 3. So it's all a matter of preference. I'm never going to ask you, add these two polynomials in horizontal form, or add these two polynomials in vertical form. It's just what you're most comfortable with. But remember, you can only combine like terms. X squared and x are not like terms. So here we're adding negative 3x squared minus 2x plus 3 plus 5x minus 6. I want my like terms together. This is my only x squared, so that will come first. Negative 3x squared. There's nothing I can combine that with. Then I have negative 2x. Well, that matches with 5x, so negative 2x plus 5x is going to be plus 3x, because 5 minus 2 is 3. And then finally, I have positive 3 and negative 6. Those are like terms, they get added together, and 3 minus 6 is negative 3. So my final answer is going to be negative 3x squared plus 3x minus 3. I recommend that you practice these problems. Go back to old homeworks and practice, because you will be having to add and subtract, which is the next lesson. You're going to have to add and subtract polynomials a lot as this course progresses and into future math classes.